Staley on the first play of the fourth quarter picks up good yardage on the QB sneak. No penalty markers down, so Staley moves it up 8 more yards.
1 yard to go, TJ.
So TJ moving the football pretty well here in the second half, and they haven't had the penalties that they had in the first half of the game that stopped a lot of their drives, along with the 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles that Middletown recovered the ball on both occasions.
They've made some adjustments up front too. They're getting some pretty good holes for these guys to run through as well. Again, they've too much time against TJ. They've almost abandoned the pass here, haven't they? And again, I think everybody was sort of looking for the Pats to pass the ball more than they run the ball. But tonight it's still been TJ running football, more running than passing.
Well, that running game has worked very well in the second half.
It has.
Because they not only got the score on the board and have the lead, but they were able to control the ball for much of that third quarter. And a little early movement there by the right guard of the Patriots.
It cost them 5 more.
Against Thomas Johnson. Ball start on the offense.
Well, again, you expect to see a lot of penalties early in the season, and here we are, game number 1 of the 2000 Frederick County High School football campaign. So I guess you can't be totally surprised that you're seeing what I'm sure are a few more mistakes and errors than we'll see as this season progresses. And it, again, should be a terrific high school football year here in the county.
Second down at about 11. The pitch to Atwood. And he's corralled by number 45, Brooks Moser. Atwood, a pickup of 3.
Good effort by Brooks this time as he chases from behind.
4-yard gain.
Atwood, he had a nice angle on him and brings Tamar down to the turf. Goes the big guy, getting a rest.
It's the ball resting at the 46-yard line of Middletown. TJ needs to get the football down to the 38-yard line. So third down at about 8. Staley with 4 receivers in the play. And he's going to, no, he got away. The magician Staley run out of bounds at the 45, only a gain of a yard, well short of the first down, but he was sacked about 10 yards back. George Lane appeared to have had him sacked, and Staley somehow got away.
No, I think there's no sack in Staley because he's just been able to, do this all night long, make people miss, kind of get out of situations that you think he doesn't have a chance and make something positive out of something negative as Robert Staley. Can he do it this time?
Snap got away from him. Middletown's going to get the football no matter who recovers. The Knights will have it at the 40, but it was recovered by a Knight, Devin Bittner.
Well, there's one of those turnovers and breaks that we talked about coming out of the half that could have an impact on this game, and Middletown certainly going to be in great position on this play.
So that's the 3rd fumble recovery by the Knights of a TJ fumble. Timeout on the field. 10-10 remaining in the game. TJ leads Middletown 12-7 in week 1 of high school football action.
Well, Staley, as you mentioned, Jeffrey, has been magical here this evening, but he didn't have a trick in the bag that time to catch that errant snap, and the net result is that Middletown has excellent field position and a chance maybe to do something here.
Anderson, a fake to Costello, throws deep right side and too far. Pass was intended again for O'Leary.
And great coverage by Edward Brown. My gosh, you talk about blanket coverage. That's what number 8 there in your picture, Edward Brown, did on that play. Tremendous coverage by Brown.
So Middletown still going to the air.
Well, they've enjoyed success here this evening, much more so throwing the football than running it. And Anderson to O'Leary, Anderson to Lewis has been pretty good here for him tonight.
TJ's done a good job to shut down DJ Costello in the running game. Here's Costello for a gain of about 2 yards to the 39.
85, Adam Wright, who's had a pretty active night here tonight, is involved in the tackle.
About a yard. Third down, 9, Middletown.
Big play for Middletown, 3rd and about 9, so obvious passing situation once again. Anderson tonight, his prime targets have been Lewis and O'Leary. Let's see what the Knights come up with on this play.
Lewis is to the left side.
They get that ball to Shine. He's done pretty good here tonight too.
Caught by Lewis at the 25.
Well, just the way Tim Ambrose drew it up, and we got a player down. I think Shine is down actually. Let's make sure he's okay. Watch it again. They were going to Shine on this play, and I know that Shine didn't try to head the ball to Lewis this way. But this is what happened. Boom, hits him in the head, then hits, I think, Atwood, and it pops into the hands of Ryan Lewis, and
wow,
Chad Shine is still down on the field. And
so
Tim Ambrose not too happy about it. That was a pretty strange play. If we get a chance to see it again, I'm sure John Mongan, our director, is on top of things in the truck and will get it up for us at some point in time. But right now, the most important thing is the concern on the field for an injured Middletown player, Chad Shine, who took a vicious hit that time in trying to bring in that ball. Now here's the pass from Anderson. It's going to Shine. It's kind of a wounded eagle. Hits Shine in the head, and then DeMar Atwood clobbers Shine, and in the process the ball hits what appeared maybe be the shoulder pads of Atwood, and it popped right into the hands of Ryan Lewis. Very fortuitous for the Knights that Lewis is able to come up with it. Here's a good sign that Chad Shine is going to come off the field under his own power. He got his bell rung, but we're going to give him an assist on that one, if nothing else, Walkman.
What a play. Ball hit him right in the helmet. Then Atwood hit him right in the helmet. Face to face with DeMar Atwood.
Once more, good effort on the part of the crew tonight for capturing all this. A lot of action on that play, and the net out is a first down for Middletown.
First down at the 20 of TJ. Middletown trails by 5. Back to the ground game. Costello. Maybe a yard or two, but not much there. Houston in the middle there with Atwood.
56.
That's a pretty good battle. Let's watch Costello and Atwood go mano mano, and there's Atwood coming in real high that time on Costello. Usually you want to try to knock the big guys low. Atwood big enough and strong enough to maybe do the job up high. That time successful in getting DJ Costello to the ground.
8.5 minutes to play. Patriots 12, Knights 7. Second down and 8 from the 18. Anderson flings it out to Costello. And DJ's wrapped up at about the 16-yard line.
You know, that's pretty good plays, both offensively and defensively. First on the part of Anderson, he's looking downfield and then kind of checks off to DJ coming out of the backfield. So nice effort by Anderson on that, but credit Middletown for not getting caught up with Anderson trying to look him off downfield and maintaining some connection there with Costello coming around the right side. So that's just a nice play on the part of both teams that time, and sets up a critical 3rd and 5-6 yard situation.
Play fake. Anderson's hit. Lewis tried to gather it. Incomplete. So the hit caused the incompletion.
Well, you know, Lewis came darn close to bringing that ball in.
He
that
almost
time.
did.
Another nice effort on the part of Ryan. And
Anderson and Middletown will take a timeout.
7:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. Still a lot of time, but a critical time in the game for Middletown.
Now it's 4th down. Do you go with the field goal and cut it to 2 points?
Probably not.
Go for it and go for the 6.
Well, your field goal kicker's on the bench right now getting some medical attention. So my guess is they're probably going to go for this.
You know, Shine doesn't look like he'd be up to a kick yet.
Yeah, he got a pretty good whack.
He's sitting on the bench.
2 plays ago. So if you're Middletown, you probably go for it. Hopefully for the Knights they make it. If they don't, then worst case is you've got TJ pinned back pretty deep in their territory as we finally get our first look at the Middletown Knights cheerleaders. And look, they are in mid-season form. School's only been back a week, but the girls have it down early, Jeffrey.
Yes, they do. And we cheer their team on to a score here. They trail by 5.
And we got a Middletown fan club here. They were cheering us on in our pregame this evening. The Middletown version of the Rowdies, I guess. So
yes.
Always good high school football. Doesn't get any better than here in Frederick County. Kids do a wonderful job.
4th down and 5. And the play is stopped before its inception. Flags all over the joint.
I think the officials maybe just weren't quite ready to get it going, but the Knights anxious to get this play up and out.
Fake by Anderson. Incomplete, intended for Lewis. Fans thought maybe a little interference.
Well, we got a flag down, so this could be a very, very big call.
We'll give them a first and goal at the 1.
I got a feeling this is going against the Patriots, and there it is. Pass interference against the Patriots. Huge call, huge play.
See where they mark it off from.
Watch it again as Bailey. Anderson didn't see it going down, that's for sure. Either did Lewis. He was down in the turf.
So first and goal, and they'll make it half the distance to the goal. So the ball will be at around the 7-yard line.
Well, it gets interesting from here, Jeffrey.
So the Knights with new life on the pass interference penalty.
Mistakes.
And they'll be moved back.
Mistakes. Boy, first and goal from the 7 now becomes first and goal from the 12. What a huge difference that makes. Again, both Coach Ambrose and Coach Wright will not be happy, I think, with the amount of penalties that have occurred here this evening. I'm sure they anticipated some with the first game of the year, but there have been a glut of them on both sides here tonight.
Costello stopped in his tracks by Paul Exum.
And another
marker down.
Middletown has not been able to get much out of their running attack here tonight whatsoever. Credit TJ for being pretty stingy up front, denying the run. Nevertheless, because Middletown plays such great defense, they are still in position here to get a victory. See which way this flag goes against the Knights.
Illegal procedure once again. So they've lost 10 yards in penalties after starting with a first and goal at the 7. And a timeout called by the Knights. With 7:23 remaining in the game, TJ leads 12-7. Garner's 2-yard touchdown run, the only scoring here in the second half.
Well, Jeff, this is our very first high school football game of the 2000 year, but we got some other good ones coming up, don't we, buddy?
We certainly do. Next week, we'll be at Brunswick. Boonesboro from Washington County invades Brunswick and the Rowdies. The football Rowdies.
And look at John Mongan right on the button there. And how about the Railroaders? I was reading they have something like 105, 110 kids.
They need to borrow uniforms from probably every school in the state.
Watch out for Brunswick this year. I think they have an absolute great chance to make it back down to Bird Stadium. You know, they were in the 1A finals last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Mitchell and his Railers do it again.
Then week 3, Bel Air at Urbana, 2-time state champions.
Well, the Hawks got a shot to run the table, and believe it or not, to become a 3-time in a row state champion is not out of the question for Urbana, and they have an outstanding quarterback, and we know about him as a kicker, but Josh Brown is the real deal on both sides of the ball.
They don't have Zach Mills, but Josh can get the job done as well.
He can.
First down, the ball at the 19. First and goal. Anderson to throw. Completed to Lewis. He lost control of it. Picked up by Brown of TJ.
A lot of room.
And he's got Atwood in front.
A lot of room to rumble.
40. He'll go out of bounds. Deep into Middletown territory near the 30-yard line. Edward Brown picked it up after the ball was dislodged from Lewis's grasp.
Well, Ed Brown played some great defense earlier, but who's the one? That's number 5. That's Tommy Fitzgerald, who causes the fumble. Edward Brown in the right place, and he's got a convoy going down the side with big Mr. Atwood. I think Edward's just looking for some place to kind of hunker down right here. He knows he's not going to make it all the way, so he gets out of bounds, but not before he digs TJ out of the hole. The Patriots dodge a bullet that time on the play of Fitzgerald and Edward Brown.
So Middletown with a turnover when they had it first and goal at the 7. This is Garner, works his way to the 29-yard line.
Again, those penalties, Jeffer, they make such a big difference. As you just